of new subscribers. I am Monique. I am 44 years old and I am a nursing student. I'm a senior nursing student. This is my last year. I will be done in December. And I was a hairstylist for 20 years. And I just, over 20 years actually, because I got my license in 2001. And I just kind of wanted to start over. So I went back to school in my 40s. And this is just me documenting my journey as I go back to nursing school, which I'm almost done with it, and just to be an inspiration to somebody else. Maybe, you know, you're never too old to go back to school or never too old to better yourself. If you have a desire to do it, I feel like you should do it. You only get one ride, so enjoy it. But yeah, so I've been a hairstylist for over 20 years. So nursing will be my second career. I am currently enrolled in Chamberlain. Again, I have 4 kids. The ages are 17. My 15-year-old will be 16 next week, 13, and 7. The 7-year-old is adopted. My good friend passed away from colorectal cancer in 2001, and so we adopted her son. So he's our number 4 baby. My term, well, I'm finishing up my term. I'm in week 7. We have 8 weeks and 1 term at Chamberlain. So I'm in week 7. I finished my last clinical for mental health on Monday. And then yesterday, which was Tuesday, I had an exam. Then I have a quiz on Thursday. And then my last test in mental health will be on next Tuesday, which will be week 8. And then after that, I get a break. I do not like mental health. I realized that the first day I went to clinical. So hats off to all of my mental health nurses. I salute y'all. And, you know, everybody has something different that they enjoy doing. And I just realized that that's not something that I wanted to do. So, again, if you watch my previous videos, I am interested in going into oncology nursing. So, as of now, that's just one of the areas I want to go into. And if not, I want to do med-surg, which is unlikely. Most people don't want to do med-surg, but I enjoyed my rotations in med-surg. Actually, I was, one of my rotations, they wanted to put me in ICU, and my professor actually put me in ICU. And when I got there, they didn't have room because they already was training somebody. They had a student. It was a whole bunch of stuff. So they moved me, and I was like, "Ooh, please, I hope they move me to back to med-surg," and they did. So I enjoy med-surg. I enjoy the different disease processes that you get to see going through, you know, med-surg. So I like it. This term has been difficult. Evidence-based practice. The teacher would grade it very hard. So that's been a struggle, and I'm so glad that that's over as well. I'm just glad this term is over. This term was exhausting mentally. Like, I feel like I haven't slept since I started, basically. I have implemented more questions when I study. So I did an app that gives me a bunch of questions, and I can kind of do like a focus. So like, I'm in mental health, and they have an area just specifically for mental health. And so there's like, I don't know, 300 or 400 questions, and I just kind of do questions every day. And then the ones that I get wrong, even if I get it right, I always read the rationale, just how they ask the questions, and also knowing why that answer is right, if that makes sense. Because in nursing, it's like they give you a question, and maybe 3 of the answer choices are correct, but what's the best answer choice, if that makes sense? So I've been doing questions a lot. And then I incorporated my regular study tactics, which is like reading, reviews. So I'll go to the book and read up on something that I may not be 100% sure on. I'll do videos. I'll watch my lecture videos and listen to them while I'm cooking or in the car. I will write down stuff. Writing, even though I write, it takes me a long time to write for some reason. I'm a slow writer. I don't know. But when I write stuff out, it helps me to retain it. So writing it down, doing those questions, and those questions, honestly, I love because I can, whenever, I always have my phone. So if I'm somewhere that I really can't pull out my computer, like if my son is at swim class, or if I'm at a track meet with my kids, or wherever I am, and I'm just have that idle time when most people like scrolling through their phone on social media, I can just do questions. And so that helps me, I feel like. So we had, and I say that because we have this assessment that Chamberlain does, and the national average for this assessment is like a 64, 65. And so that's usually what I would make. I would make anywhere between like the lowest I've made is like a 55, but usually I make a 60 or 65 on that exam. And just this term, implementing those questions, I got a 75 on the first one, because they do like one that's not graded, and then they do another one that's graded. And so the first one I got a 75, and then the one that's graded I got a 71, which is above exceed expectations. So the questions work. It's gonna prepare me for the NCLEX exam. And in Chamberlain, the last 4 classes is usually like community, collaborative, complex, and capstone. Capstone is gonna always be your last class, and so we call those the 4 C's. And so next term I start my 4C classes, which means I would only have 4 terms left. And baby, when I tell you I'm on a countdown to be done, I'll be so glad. I can't believe how far I've made it in this journey. And I can't believe how little time I have left. It's just, I don't know, it's unreal, believe it or not. But I am excited. So I've been seeing this quote on TikTok, and I think that it's perfect for this whole situation, going to school over 40 and starting over and having kids and a family and a husband and busy life, all the things. And it is, what's today or day one? I don't know. Anyways, there's this quote I saw on TikTok, and I can't think of it. If I come across it, I'll just add it in a video somewhere. I don't know. I can't think of the quote, but it's perfect. Basically, you just start. That at the end of the day, that's what the quote is saying. Start. You have to start. You have to get started. That way you have the end in mind. Like if I wouldn't have never started school, I don't know, 3 years ago, it's been almost 3 years, then I wouldn't be to this point now where I'm about to graduate. So if you have a goal or a dream to do something, do it. Don't let it stop you. And I feel like going back to school, being older, you're more appreciative, you're more disciplined, you're more focused. You understand what the end is going to be like. You understand what your life is going to look like after. You just have more clarity. Not to say that somebody young can't have that same vision, but I'm just saying you just appreciate it more, I feel like. So anyways, that has been a recap of this term. I'm glad it's over with. I'm looking forward to spring break. I'm looking forward to relaxing. I'm looking forward to doing nothing but chilling out at least for a week, and then start back up. So if you have any questions, or if you have a desire to start over or start anew, or to just be better, put it in the comments. I love to read the comments about people going back to school. Like some of the comments was like they were in their 60s, they were in their 50s. It's just inspirational to see that, to know that you're never too old to achieve anything. So put your thoughts and your dreams or goals or whatever it is in the comments to go after it, Wish you guys all the best and be blessed.